Hi everyone, this is Raj Kumar D, Assistant Professor from Department of Information Technology, Dr. SNS College of Arts and Science. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about 7 hours of high availability. So, in the subject IT infrastructure and management operations. So before going into the 7 hours, first we should be discussing about what is availability with respect to IT infrastructure. So what is availability? So availability is a process of optimizing the readiness of production systems by accurately measuring, analyzing, and reducing the outages to those production systems. So it's simply we can say is that our system is readily available or not. For example, a website running 24 by 7 and on all 365 days. So there are several other terms and there are very much close expressions associated with the availability. So they are uptime and downtime, slow response and high availability. So in order to discuss about the 7 hours of high availability in the IT infrastructure management, so they have defined a framework that is used to implement so that our system remains very much reliable and it accessible anytime and always it is going to be an resilient operations. The first R is redundancy. So redundancy ensures there is no single point of failure which disrupts the IT services. So this means that there is going to be established a cornerstone of very high availability. So how this is achieved is by employing certain duplicating critical components like servers, storage, network path, and systems can continue operate even if one element fails. So this is make we are making sure that the redundant process is available so that if any one goes off we will be taking care by the redundant of the existing system. For example, you just imagine a cluster which gets redistributed in the traffic. If some server goes offline, so which is going to be a very seamless operation. So here the redundant will be active. So all components running simultaneously and passive, so that if anything goes off, it can be used by some other ways. So here many cloud service providers, for example AWS, use this redundant availability zones to distribute workloads across the region so that their services is 24 hours available. Next one is the reliability. So, as you all know, the general meaning of reliability is going to be a robust working environment. So, here the reliability focuses on the systems performing consistently under normal conditions. Also, we are going to minimize the expected failures. So, we are just claiming to be a zero downtime. So, it involves selecting high quality hardware, robust software, and adhering to best practices like periodic maintenance and patch management. So here the metrics like mean time between failures is being used to so that we quantify reliability and by employing a very good infrastructure design. Next comes the resilience. So here the resilience enables the IT systems to withstand or to adapt to any disruptions, for example, such as cyber attacks, in some cases hardware failures, and at the same time natural disasters. So how these resilient systems are designed to absorb shocks and maintain functionality often through fault tolerant architectures. For example, RAID storage configurations continue to operate despite any disk failures and by maintaining a distributed databases. Even if something goes wrong, we can return the data from the distributed architecture. So here the resilience involves very proactive measures like intrusion detection system so that it mitigates cyber threats, and many cloud platforms are also implemented so that they are offering scalable resources and adapt in case of any spikes. Next one is the recovery. So recovery enables a shift restoration of services after disruption and by employing minimum downtime, and we by making sure that our data loss is also very minimum. So a robust disasters recovery plan has to be employed, and we'll be using some clear RTO, that is the recovery time objectives, and recovery point objectives so that we meet the expectations set for downtime and data restoration. Here, certain tools like VM and AWS Elastic disaster recovery process is employed. So, regular disaster recovery drills are planned and it is being employed so that the staffs are well prepared. So recovery also involves prioritizing critical systems to restore them as fast as soon as something goes off very early. So this recovery process is very important in availability. Next comes the replication. So replication involves duplicating data or services across multiple systems or locations. So by employing data duplication, so we are ensuring that the data is mirrored across several servers. So when something goes off, the mirrored components can be taken place. So geographic replication is used by Google so that stores data in multiple regions to protect against regional outages. So replications can be synchronous in real time and sometimes it may be delayed so that our performance and consistency is always maintained. Next comes the monitoring. Monitoring involves continuously tracking the system's performance, health, or potential issues to power outages. For example, Netflix uses monitoring dashboards to identify streaming bottleneck instantly, and we can set so many alerts. And this monitoring also supports capacity planning and ensuring this resources scale is very much in process when it is highly demand. So it uses certain tools like Prometheus, Nagios, and Datalog to provide the monitoring process. Last one is the response. So here the response ensures rapid and effective handling of incidents to restore services quickly. For example, PagerDuty is one of the applications which monitors the tools to notify engineers in case of any server crashes. There are some automated response systems also employed so that if something failed, we can reroute traffic automatically. So organizations such as Google uses site reliability engineering (SRE) principles to streamline responses to balance and maintain automated actions. So these are all the 7 hours of so that our system is highly available. So I hope this session was very useful. We will meet in the next session. Thank you.